All the beers.
All the beers. Camera's on, recording's on. I'm on one.
That shows you how selfish I am. I just went and grabbed a beer for myself and left the other beers. It's like they can figure it out.
Maybe these are just for him.
Hell yeah. I mean, you can have one. They're your beers.
No.
Is this thing recording now?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. It's just for the camera. We out here. Oh my God. Honestly, I really have to just thank you so much for just letting me use your badass, more fucking proficient setup because I brought everything but my mixer and MIDI controller. So I don't know. It's just like I'm just really annoyed with myself. But you know what? That's why we bury the hatchet.
It's a vital part.
Exactly. Right. I have. It's like you ever just do stand up and the mic cuts out?
No.
What about you, Grady?
I have I have a line for like if it cuts out and it comes back on, and I go, oh sorry guys, that happens. I do have to start over again. And then like I tell my first joke, like I'm about to like just redo my set or whatever.
I like that.
It usually gets a nice little laugh.
Fuck yeah. But like all right, we're out here. I'm with the amazing Dulce Mac, and then like I'm back with Grady because I just like planning things on top of each other. You know, that's
it
how
was
that works.
just supposed to be me.
I know. That's.
But people, I just recorded episode. People are calling it the best episode of a podcast in podcast history
so far.
So
wow.
people, it's getting around there. So I had to come back.
Absolutely. Yeah. And so it's like this might be your only chance to be able to be on this show. Like
What an honor. Thank you.
When I think about beautiful people that need to be on here, sharing some of the fame, I think my man Grady, and then I guess Dulce could be a part of it.
True. Even though we planned this weeks ago.
But like there's a virus happening right now and everyone got exposed and I was like, hey, there's children at your house. Should I go or no?
Okay, true. But the kid had COVID already.
Mm-hmm. We can call him Andrew. Okay. We don't have to call him the kid.
True.
So what is it? You did stand up for the first time yesterday. How the fuck was that?
I did. I kind of just blacked out during it, so I don't know how I did.
What I love.
But I didn't forget anything.
Right. What I love is like you asked a real genuine question, like from the alcohol or the nerves. I genuinely thought from the alcohol. It's like, yeah, don't say parties, dude. Yeah.
No, not from the alcohol. I try not to black out.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, I get that. Like I said, when I first started comedy, like I would just get so nervous, I would just black out almost every time I would do it and just not remember what I'd said. And just I knew it was not bad enough to get my ass kicked, so I just knew it was okay. I don't know.
I never drank for the first like 9 months of like doing stand up. Like I never had a single drink before going on stage. Like I would just do it like stone sober, or whatever. Which I think is good because it makes you like work through all the nerves and everything like that, the anxiety. Like you just have to like face it. Mm-hmm. Like whereas if you're getting fucked up every single time, then you never really like build up that muscle.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, it's like working out drunk. You're never going to do it right.
Working out drunk is fun.
It is fun.
I recommend that.
I wasn't drunk. I was just really anxious.
Yeah, really nervous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Why though?
Because I don't like talking in front of people, really.
Mm.
Yeah.
But you're a host of a podcast?
Yeah, but there are no people here.
I remember that. Okay, now I get that. Makes sense. I don't know, man. Because like, what is it? The night I just said, I think all the pieces were there just for it to be just like a fun night for you. Because like, it's like I remember laughs. Yeah, there were a few of them. You did pretty good, buddy.
Weren't you there?
I was.
Okay, you tell me what happened.
I don't remember. I was drunk too, dude. Like, come on.
Okay.
I was blacking out from my nerves.
True.
Honestly, to get any laughs at all your first time, I would consider that a win. Like I don't think I got a single laugh the first time that I did it. Like I don't think I got anything. You know what I mean? I just like did it to like pure silence and confusion, and then got off. Also, I didn't know how to talk into a microphone, so I just kind of like held the microphone down on my leg, and like people started like yelling out, which is the worst thing to happen your first time on stage. Like people like yelling at you, and I was like, oh, and I put the microphone into but I didn't restart the joke. So I'm in the middle of a bit. No one knows what the hell I'm talking about. And then I got nervous and like left after like 90 seconds or whatever.
Yeah.
To just kind of like confusion and like, oh, okay.
Grady's like, how could this work? And it's like down.
Yeah, like I'm not supposed to talk into this thing, right?
Yeah.
It's weird how like you do learn a little bit of mic etiquette you know how like because I have like a naturally loud voice myself, so sometimes like I don't have to yell into the mic. I can do that trick where you just yell and back it up and blah blah blah. It's like some people are just oh my god, you Juice in between his jokes, he will just sip a beer and you can just hear just the fucking slurp. Yeah, you could just hear it. It's just like, and this is like Jesus Christ, just
that
to have it amplified.
A classic like new mistake is if you have a bit that you're yelling and you're supposed to pull the microphone away and yell, but someone just will literally yell into the microphone.
Oh,
and
man.
it's like it hurts your ears, and you're like, dude, you gotta pull the mic away.
It's like it's kind of hard to make people laugh when they're just fucking just jolted like that. Like, you scared the shit out of me there, buddy. I don't know. It didn't seem like you would have that problem.
No, never. I'm surprised this thing like catches my voice.
Right.
If you look at it, y'all's is like so high and mine's in the bottom part.
Which is ironic because you told me you ate an edible right before this. I'm kind of mad you didn't offer me one.
I did. I have some.
Oh my God. So we'll be right back. No, I'm kidding.
I would love though, like if Dulce's stand up, she just had a 180, like a complete persona change. She's like, yelling and like super energetic, like doing act outs, like flipping all around stage. You're like, what the hell?
They call me Dulce Mac Daddy now.
Yeah. When she gets on stage, she's like, so guys,
I'll think about it.
What are we doing for the show?
There's a lot to think about.
Yeah.
Dude, so.
I used to be a cheerleader.
What?
Yeah. For like 3 years.
Like in middle school or high school or?
Yeah, like middle school.
Nice.
What was it? I couldn't imagine you yelling.
You just yell and do the dance and the pyramids.
Yeah, like
and
stand
shit.
up. Yeah.
Yeah. No, because you're just yelling.
Yeah. Dulce's the only cheerleader that's like on codeine. You're like, why is that one girl just kind of mumbling?
Like, you got it.
She's easy on the eyes though. That's all right.
Yeah.
Oh man. So you guys are moving to Austin? All this cool because I'm like,
are.
This is a cool fucking happening pad. You're leaving a lot behind. Like all these cool posters.
But it's all not mine. So.
Right. I'm going to make my own posters in my own garage.
Yeah,
room.
but I'm leaving a jersey here with my last name on it.
That's badass.
Before I leave.
Oh, that's cool.
I feel like you have like 30 last names, so I don't know which one you're gonna pick.
Just one.
I don't know. I just don't know what you go by.
Mac.
Liar. I'm
like
calling you out. See,
name?
if I would have had my soundboard, I would have had so many angry sound effects. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not comfortable right now. You know what I mean? Oh, my phone fell. But
Because I have too many last names.
Is Mac an ode to Mac Miller?
No.
It's not.
I was just looking at my MacBook Pro one time and I put Mac on
Jesus.
That's so inspiring.
And I was like, my last name has these letters too. And I just, yeah. It's just like shorter.
I get that.
But my last name starts with M-A. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll show you my ID later.
Okay, cool. What is it? I think, I remember when last night some people were just like showing their like funny ID pictures. My favorite thing is like the middle names because everyone just looks at mine and they're like, Ali, huh? I'm like, yeah. It's retarded. I get it.
Yeah.
It's like, how come you don't go by Ali Rahal? I'm like, because there's a lot of Alis.
Yeah.
Not too many Jamals that I know.
Also, Ali Sadiq is literally the funniest comic in Houston.
Exactly.
There's already a very, very funny Ali in Houston.
Absolutely.
He took the name.
Mm-hmm.
My cousin used to do like a fun bit with his ID because he's in his 30s, but he looks very young. So he'll still get like carded. You know what I mean? Like if he orders like a drink at a restaurant or something, and he keeps somehow his like elementary school ID on him, and like he'll hand that to him, and they're always like, we can't take that.
Oh, my bad. Here you go. I love that.
Does he look the same?
He's like missing like his 2 front teeth in the ID
Oh
photo.
my God.
And everything.
Jesus Christ. That's adorable.
The one I met?
Mm-hmm.
He does look pretty young.
Yeah, you met him at my birthday.
Yeah, people think I look like 20 or something.
Aren't you?
That's what I hear. No.
No, but aren't you in your 20s?
Yeah, but like they just think I'm 20.
Okay, I get that.
Especially the guy at the gas station right there. Don't go there. We don't like him.
Okay. There's a lot of lore you're leaving out there.
Every time you go there, it says, please see cashier. And anytime I hand him my ID, he like says weird stuff.
No, yeah, that's just creepy shit.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I can just make her come see me and forced her to talk to me real quick.
He told Kristen he wanted to cut out her picture and frame it.
I'm
of
pretty
her
sure.
ID.
Pretty sure he meant her eyes. Jesus
Maybe.
Christ.
So that's why we don't go there. But he's always like, "You're 20, fake ID."
On the way,
I feel like your relationship with like your local, like your gas station or whatever, your relationship with their employees is very important. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like you need a good one.
Yeah, and he sucks. He's the only employee too. There's no one else there.
and it's like, how come you're picking up all these shifts, dude? It's just like I just got some regulars I got to see today.
Yeah, we go to the one exit over.
Yeah. I still get ID'd by my gas station every
Really?
time, and I'm like, I've bought beer here 500 times.
Like,
You know what
come
I
on,
mean?
man.
Like, how do you not know? You know, like.
Maybe for the cameras, I guess.
No, absolutely.
Be
I
safe.
got fired from a bartending job because I didn't ID a woman who was clearly in her 40s, and she happened to be like a TABC like officer or agent, and was like, "Well, you were supposed to ID me," and so I got fired for it. But I'm like, "You're a grown woman." Like, you know what I mean? It's like it's like literally just like someone's mom,
Yeah.
like getting me fired. Because like, well, what if I was a child? You're clearly not.
I don't understand that. And it's like, if you are a child and you look like that, you probably have earned a beer. You know what I mean?
What have you gone
probably
through?
deserve it. Yeah.
Like, what happened?
This is a solid ID too, dude. Oh my god.
Did you have that guy, like, because I remember we had a guy in our high school who, like, literally freshman year of high school, he's like balding. Like, he's already
Yes.
like balding. You know what I mean? But and also can like grow out like a full beard, and you're like, we're 14, dude.
The fuck's going on with you?
He's like he's going through a divorce, you know, like.
What was it? I was fortunate enough that like my asshole friends knew like the shitty ghetto gas stations. They're like, this guy didn't give a fuck. I actually know this guy. You know, he's like, we can just have beer for all the high school parties. I'm like, lovely.
Yeah,
That's fun.
We had that where literally they would sell to anyone, and we'd go there, and then some got fucked up because some kid ended up coming home like way too fucked up, and his parents were like, "Where did you get the alcohol?" And like he, like an idiot, actually said the place.
Yeah.
You know? And then so that place got fucked over. You know.
Bro, you just lied.
That's
Just
so
say,
rude.
my friends gave it to me. What friends? No friends of mine. Let me
Yeah.
tell you, Mom, I'm sorry.
And like, like what a way to become the most hateable guy in school. Like, oh, you're the guy that fucked up our alcohol
Yeah, the
connection.
nightlife,
Yeah.
the weekends,
Just fucking narking, man.
memories.
Just like, bro, you fucked up. Why do I have to suffer for your dumb mistakes?
Did y'all have like a wild friend that just had no problem stealing? That was just
Yeah.
like steal cases of
Anything.
beer. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is, I've always thought about it though, to just man, okay, just have the car running and just in out and just steal. I've always thought about it, but I'm just like, no, with my luck, I'm gonna trip and get caught. Like,
Yeah.
this shit is fucking horrifying. I can't go back
I'm a
to jail.
pussy when it comes to stealing. Like I won't do it.
It's like, it's not even because I'm like scared. It's because my morals, I'm like, this don't feel right. God is mad at me right now. And it's like, he's mad at you for a lot of things, but stealing, I just can't do.
I don't think there's anything morally wrong to steal from like a Walmart or whatever. You know?
Okay, like I don't know if it's been long enough, but like before this job I had, because it was like I was 18 and it was a retail job. Like before they even had cameras, they got rid of the door person that would check receipts, and they would even check like employees like backpacks and stuff like that. But I stole so much gear.
He's confessing. Right
I'm
now.
confessing, like, you know what I mean? Come get me. But it's like, no, yeah, like I'll steal from a corporation because I don't give a fuck. That like comes out of no one's pocket, but like, you know, some, what do the liberals say? Fat cat, blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? but yeah, so I have no problem stealing from like corporations. Shit. You know what's so funny? When I was on probation and in the fucking drug counseling thing, you know how many times people were just there and like they just happened to get, they were just fucked up while they did it, but like half of the reason why a lot of people are there is because they were stealing from Walmart and just got caught.
Oh really?
It is so insane.
I used to steal apples from Walmart to smoke when I was a teenager. Like apple pipes.
Yeah, that's some
Yeah.
crackhead shit.
For
Those.
real, dude. I'm pretty sure you could have just got somebody to buy you some Rillos or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, but that was much fun.
I think I did it, like, I think I smoked out of an apple once, and I'm like, there's a lot more moisture than I
Yeah.
recently anticipated. It's fucking disgusting. Did you eat the apple afterwards or no?
No.
I've heard of weirdos who did do that.
No, we would throw them at trees and stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I've actually
Thank
never
you,
seen
Dulce
someone
Mac.
smoke out of an apple. I've only seen that like on movies, like Pineapple Express or something.
Yeah, it's pretty easy.
It's easy, but it's super impractical. just like, guys, I could just go to the store.
We were like 14.
He shouldn't have been doing drugs. I'm kidding, I don't know.
Did y'all ever smoke that like fake weed, like that spice, like K2?
Yeah.
Fucking Christ.
On accident, but yes.
That shit was so frightening. I did not.
Yeah, I smoked that several times in high school, and I'm pretty sure to this day I'm not the same because.
Swear to, I remember one time.
Maybe. It's
Like,
fucked up.
Yeah, like not like horribly, but I'm 2 degrees worse now.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what I
Like,
mean?
Yeah.
my brain is clearly altered from that bullshit.
It's illegal now, right?
I
Yeah.
hope so.
I think so.
The thing about that shit, what was so crazy is that they would keep banning it, but it was so synthetic and so chemically made that all they had to do was just change one like certain ingredient, and it's like by law that's a completely different thing that you can't ban, which is like, wow, how they could get around that through science. So this is nerds fucking up losers like us. But I remember getting super high with one of my friends, and we're just like playing guitar in my room quietly, just accepting the fact that we're probably gonna die.
Oh yeah, yeah.
God,
yeah.
he's just. I remember he would just like, because that shit would just fuck you up so much. And I remember just sitting there, and he's just like, "Hey Jamal, I'm
You
like,
can't even
what's up?"
control your thoughts. They're like
Nope.
racing
Yeah.
so
Like-
fast you can't even get a hold of one. You're like, oh Jesus.
I just threw up a lot.
I
That's
wish.
all I did.
I remember one. This is what the experience made me stop. It was me and my friend smoked this stuff called Mr. Nice Guy. That was the name of it. It was not nice. It was terrible. And I smoked it, and like I was having trouble like keeping myself together. You know what I mean? I was
Yeah.
like, this is way too intense. You know what I mean? And one of my friends, he unraveled a little bit, and I remember he was on a bed, and he was like bicycling, kicking in circles on the bed, just yelling, "It's all a paradox! It's all a paradox!"
Oh,
like while
hell
holding his
no.
head. And I remember just turning to my other friend. I was like, "Bro, we gotta stop smoking."
This has gone too far.
For real.
And I never smoked any of that shit again. I was like, that shit, if it's doing that to someone,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like,
I remember when I was
like.
walking down the street with my cousins. We were standing behind these trees that everyone could clearly see us through, but like we're just like, they don't care, whatever. Like people just walking their dogs, and we're smoking this incense or whatever the fuck it was. And I remember as I'm walking, like, so I don't know if you know this, but like your eyes, you interpret things upside down. It's up to your brain and your eyes to flip it and make it correct. I think I fucked that part up with my brain, because it's like if you ever play a video game and someone's just fucking with the camera, you know what I mean? It was
Yeah.
like literally my peripherals and everything was just flipping upside down. I was looking straight ahead, but everything was like going up and down, and was just like, I think I lost a little bit of cognitive function within that.
That sounds crazy.
I know, and I'm okay now, you know?
It was like this.
Oh God, yes. It was just horrific. And I was walking. I was just doing
I remember salvia was the big one.
I never-
that was the,
I never got
I never
to do
did
it.
salvia either. But
I
I
did.
remember seeing my friend, or we were at a party, and this dude smoked salvia, and he just started like screaming, like uncontrollably, for I don't know like how long, you know what I mean? And I was just like, what type of drug is like? No,
it's the
man.
worst.
I remember people telling me that they had to like, you
What
have to sit.
was your experience on it?
Oh yeah, what?
I can't really remember. I think the floor was melting or something, and I was scared.
Did you do
but
that thing where they say it's like, hey, it's really intense, so just put your head in your lap and then just sit there and freak out, or did you try to chill like
No.
normal? Because that's what I hear
I
people
was
would
just
do.
sitting there for a long time, the same spot.
And it's one of those things where it doesn't last that long, but it feels like a lifetime.
Yeah.
Why is that fun?
I don't know, but I sat there for a long time. I was like, I can't move.
I remember having no control of time, specifically on that Mr. Nice Guy thing. Where I remember I was like, I thought it'd probably been like we'd been like chilling for like 30 minutes, and it had been like 4.5 hours, and I'm like,
Jesus Christ.
I'm like, what's happening? Like I was like, holy shit, man.
Did you ever do? I know you like psychedelics, but
Yeah.
did you ever do psychedelics or ever?
No,
Never
I've
once?
never done shrooms, acid, nothing. No.
I remember when I was like
you look like you have.
those
People think I'm a
dead
huge,
eyes.
huge stoner. I don't even smoke weed. I just drink.
I think it's
Drinking's
just
my
your
favorite
low
thing.
energy. I think it's just all it is.
Yeah, I'm pretty deadpan.
My favorite thing about you is I think I told you this last night when I first got off my probation and I was just like drinking, smoking weed and stuff, and you're just like, hey, do you want a piece of chocolate? It's a microdose of mushrooms. And I'm like, this is a Thursday night. I think I'm okay. Like,
It's a perfect day.
it's the perfect day at Avant, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
It's a microdose. It doesn't do anything.
I know, but it's just like I feel like it would have just been too much for me too quick.
That
it's
sounds
like,
nice of me.
no, you're a sweet person. I'm just like, I can't, not right now.
Yeah. I love that chocolate, though.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good.
God damn it.
It's gone now.
She has all these cool edibles, and it's like whenever she's trying to share, I'm not into it, and whenever she just has them, and I don't want. You ever just fuck up a good thing?
Never
Grady?
works out.
You ever just fuck up a good thing?
It's like, I don't care about weed, so.
Yeah, no, I haven't smoked weed in like years.
Do you get paranoid?
Yeah, it's a miserable experience. I used to smoke weed like every day in high school. It was fun, and then like one day it turned on me. Like I had like a really bad time, and then I was like, oh, that was weird. And then it happened like 10 times in a row, and I was just like, okay, I guess I can't smoke weed anymore.
I guess
This
it's not
sucks.
for you.
Yeah.
It is just fucking fascinating that some people are just chemically not able to just handle weed. Because like there's some people, it's like I could smoke all day every day, be fine, whatever the fuck. But like some people are just like, no, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's just weird to me.
And I just fell in love with alcohol. I was like, I don't need anything else. I like this, you know, like.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I love being a drunk. I've romanticized being an alcoholic because it is beautiful. Okay, God damn it, I have fun.
I love the idea of like the successful alcoholic.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm enamored with that. Like I think everyone knows at this point. Like Jimmy Fallon is like a fall down, like absolute drunk.
I did not know that.
And he's the host of the Tonight Show. Yeah, he's a huge alcoholic. Yeah, like, and I know someone. I'll tell the story. Like, I know someone who was at like a Hollywood party or whatever.
Yeah. And
I forgot he's talking to a famous person. I'm gonna say Paul McCartney. It wasn't Paul McCartney, but it's a famous person.
Right.
And he said like Jimmy comes around the corner and he goes, "Hey Paul, do you have any cocaine?" And Paul's like, "No." And then he turns like my friend who he doesn't know. Yeah. And he goes, "What about you, man? You got some cocaine on you?" And he's like, "Nah." So he goes like, "Damn." And then just like kept on walking. Whatever.
Man. Jimmy Fallon just got really cool. Damn.
You know, I used to not like Jimmy Fallon. I still don't think he's funny, but I like him now as a person because I go, oh, I love that you're an absolute fuck up, but
right.
You're like,
so you're a human being.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? You forget. What is it? He did that once. Like his SNL stuff. He's like in the background, not being the important part of like funny ass sketches, and I'm just like, he blends in so seamlessly, and it's just like he just kind of is there, just doing nothing, and like I just love that about him. I was just like, how did he slip through the cracks? How did you get away with a Queen Latifah movie and get to host the Tonight Show? Like, you know what I mean? To be fair, I do love Taxi. I do love that movie because I just love.
Taxi isn't bad.
I love buddy cop movies.
Joey Diaz is in Taxi.
Oh yeah, I forgot, bro. Oh my god, you ever rewatch Spider-Man 2 and see Joey Diaz in it?
I don't watch superhero movies. Like I've never seen.
Not even back then.
I don't really.
Well, there's a part where Spider-Man gets the fucking hands taken to him. It's like I don't even mean to make it a pun because the villain's Dr. Octopus, but he gets the hands taken to him, gets his ass kicked, and he's on this subway. And Doc Ock's about to try to like get to him, and all the New Yorkers are banding together, and he's like, "If you want to get to him, you got to get through me, dog." Like someone just like got that screenshot. And he's like, "Joe Rogan, let me tell you, I was on the fucking
all right, cocksucker.
All right, cocksucker. And this eight-legged motherfucker came in and tried to go after Spider-Man. I wasn't gonna let him do it."
Yeah, that dude's a fucking treasure.
Oh
Damn,
yeah,
that's a good voice.
Thank you. I am talented in the fact that I can make impressions of people for a podcast that only like 50 people at a time.
Okay, do Grady.
Grady, he has like his voice, like it's easier to do like deeper voices because I have such a deep voice, but his voice is kind of like really light and he's kind of like spacey. Like, say something.
What's up, man?
What's up, man? How you doing? He's like, I just love being a drunk. I can't do it. It's like it's kind of like an in the moment kind of thing. You know how many times people say it's like, hey, you sound like exactly like Zaid, and I'm like, let's leave it at the voice. I don't want to look like Zaid. You know what I mean? It's just like it's just two brown guys with deep voices. I don't think it's that fucking.
I like texting Zod every once in a while to let him know that no one likes him.
I did it.
Just like, hey, you suck, buddy. No one likes you.
So let you know you ain't shit, buddy.
Yeah.
Stay humble. I don't know. Voice acting is just something like I just find super fascinating, and I just really want to get into. But like, how the fuck do I break into that? I was like, I don't know if I told you this, but like, don't know if you heard, but I can do a really good impression of like just random people. I could do Torian Tomlin, Pedro, Juice Maxwell, Jeff Joe, and I remember telling this list and being like, these are all black men. What am I gonna do with this skill? I'm just like, I could just crush, like, you know, I can.
I can do Albert De Leon pretty well. That's my best impression.
Even your voice, even going, I like, yeah, I can hear it. I can hear how you could do it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I can really only do impressions of. I can't do any famous people. Like it's all just like random fucking people.
I can't do them at all. I can't do impressions.
To be fair, you have a very distinct voice. You are someone people do impressions of. I can't do them at all. It's just they make and mushrooms and yeah.
I hate it.
Dulce, please. Dulce's talking. I hate it. Like, you know what I mean?
I'd be shocked if you could do like any impressions. You know what I mean?
Like if you
because your voice never leaves that register.
I can yell loud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I couldn't imagine you getting thrown a surprise
really
party.
Why? Oh,
Surprise! Oh, hi everyone. My edible just kicked in.
That would probably happen. But I mean, I show emotion. It just depends who I'm around. I have to be comfortable, like a cat.
It's so cute. I get that.
Hide.
Yeah, I like that. It's the most genuine, pure thing I've ever heard anyone say on this terrible show that I do.
You know what's weird though is you are very, like, your voice sounds very reserved, but you're actually confrontational person. Like you don't have a problem, like
you don't take no shit.
Yeah. So it's an odd mix, you know?
Yeah, true. I don't like leaving things like unsaid or waiting. I just say it.
Right.
Yeah, if you made me mad, I'll tell you right then. This pissed me off.
Could you imagine getting like Dulce getting hyped and she like chest bumps? She's like, "Hey, motherfucker!" Like I couldn't imagine that. You know what I mean? Like when somebody gets hyped in a fight, like, I couldn't imagine you just like, "Fuck you gonna do about it, bitch?" Like what is that like?
No, I usually leave.
Okay, I thought you were about to be, I usually leave to my car, grab my gun, and shoot at this bitch up, okay?
No, I usually go to a diner and order whiskey and like a waffle. And then come back later.
So you just go and have a...
Whiskey and waffle, wow.
That's a winner's breakfast.
Fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing, actually. Honestly, you had me at whiskey.
It's like a natural Xanax.
Yeah.
The waffle and the whiskey.
Guys, that sounds like one of those, like, you know how they have live, love, laugh? Whiskey, waffles, winning. Come on.
Yeah.
Come here. Cats never closes.
Did y'all ever go to Dot coffee shop or whatever down 45?
I haven't heard
diner.
of it.
No.
I think it's like the best diner in Houston or whatever, but like that's like I wish there was a good diner like inside the Loop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like House of Pies is not that great. Katz's is too expensive.
I feel that.
Yeah.
You know.
I will say
really
I will say this about Katz's though, is that like a diner that usually has like a bunch of what is it? People make jokes about it all the time. It's just like, oh, this guy wants pancakes and this guy wants spaghetti. I'm gonna go home. Fuck this. I'm not gonna cook this. But it's like their food is like, each one of their food items is amazing. Like, you know what I mean?
The food is really good.
No, but like usually with diner or like shitty.
I also
like
don't
shitty,
own a hedge fund, you know,
yeah,
so
true.
I can't eat
At
there.
what cost?
Hey. You also don't have a job, okay? So
I have a job.
liar. Liar. Look, we'll joke around a lot, but I will not take blatant it just started hitting me. I haven't had anything to eat, and I just realized this is my second beer, and I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, where did all the beers go? They're gone already.
You were pulling this, and I hid the beer that I was not going to share with Grady here, and
I'm actually going to go get a couple more beers.
That sounds about right. My camera turned off. We're about 20 minutes right now, so we got that first segment down. Just
okay.
Do you want me to stop it, or
you
just
can?
leave
You just
it?
stop it.
Tecate.
Tecate.
This reminds me of Darwin's.
Okay. That thing's on.
I started recording already.
Oh, that's good. Jesus.
Oh, nice. Now you broke it.
Don't worry. I'll fix it. Off camera, though. Because, so anyways. I wanted to ask you, It's like, let me get to know my guests for once. You know what I mean? You know, usually,
Okay.
yeah. I just want to like, cause like, I barely. Remember when we first met? I barely had a chance to like talk to you and get to know you before like you disappeared back to California and whatnot. And so it's like, and it's like you're very like involved, like one of those people who's like very involved in like the comedy world, but it isn't a stand-up yet because you know you just did it for the first time yesterday or whatever. But so it's like you're a big writer, right? Like you've written scripts and you're big on poetry and stuff like that. So it's just like, what were you like basically what were you just trying to do when you went out there before?
To California?
Yeah, you know, like what was like your thing?
I got divorced, so I just wanted to get out of Houston.
That makes sense.
First of all. And then I wanted to finish film school, but I wanted to do it in LA.
Mm-hmm.
And first, my original plan was to move to San Diego, but that fell through. So I moved in with my friend. Okay. I moved in with my friend in LA.
I'm just gonna bite open a can like that's normal. Yeah. Okay.
And yeah, it was fun. So I was just going to school
Mm-hmm.
and hiking.
Jesus Christ! No wonder you're in great shape. You have great legs. I get that. Makes sense.
No,
You got good writing, and you know it all adds
legs. All right.
I love going hiking, but it's literally not a place to go hiking in Houston.
That shit pisses me. It pisses me off when you leave Houston to go to like places like Austin and San Antonio. It's like, why does every other place but this fucking city have hills and shit to like, you know, the places to go do that shit in?
There's like Memorial Park.
That ain't shit.
That
was aggressive, but
I used to go like
accurate.
mountain biking in there.
Yeah,
That can be fun.
it's the flattest city in all of
Suggestion.
America.
True, but they have like trails in there.
Yeah, there's a
See
trail
for
place. There's a
yourself.
trail place right by my house, and I forget about sometimes. And I'm like, even then, I'm like, no, I would like to get day drunk and like just fucking walk up some hills. Come on.
But they're not great.
Mm-hmm.
It's bad.
Right.
And it's really humid outside.
Every fucking time. I'm fucking mad that it's like getting back to normal temperature wise, because I just look in my car, it's just filled with extra jackets and blankets. Like, what fucking state was I living in before this? Jesus Christ, it was fucking infuriating. Also, I sweat like a goddamn madman like normally. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Hyperhidrosis is what's wrong with
I'm
you.
also addicted to cocaine. Come on.
Okay.
Tell the truth. We tell the truth here, okay?
It's the truth telling podcast.
You know what's funny is that like my brother is like, yeah, man, I love your podcast and stuff. I'm like, man, I talk about a lot of stuff I would never tell you in person. That's really interesting. You know what I mean? Like he like I remember I had, like when I first started my podcast, I was just making like fake beefs up, just like, hey, Juice Maxwell, you're a piece of shit, and I'm coming for you. And he was just like, oh yeah, how's your buddy Juice doing? I'm like, oh, you actually know who he is? That's weird.
Nice.
It's
Yeah.
weird. It's weird when, dude. I don't know if I've told. No, I haven't had a chance to tell you yet. But like once this last Sunday, or whenever the fuck I was hosting that stupid open mic, this guy, I saw some random people like my post when I shared it on the Houston comedy thing or whatever. And this guy came up to me and he was just like, hey man, I listen to your podcast and it's awesome that you get to talk about like super vulnerable things on there. It's really brave that you just just put that out there like that. And I'm like, the what? What exactly is brave about just being like, hey man, I'm a drug addict and I feel bad about it sometimes. What's brave about that? I don't
Some
understand.
people can't say that, you know?
Why?
I don't know. They grew up Catholic or something.
I think I'm too honest on podcasts because, like, yeah, someone will come up to me and, like, start talking about details of my life where I'm like, how the fuck do you know that? And they're like, oh, you said it on, you know, Regular Dude Report. And I'm like,
All right.
I'm like, oh my God, I need to stop like being that I talk about way too much shit, or like I'll tell a story and think it's fine because I didn't tell anyone's names, but I
Yeah.
gave up way too many details.
Oh yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
it's very clear who the story was about, you know? You're like, oh shit.
I remember like the first podcast I did with a guest, Charles was saying some things and I just bleeped it out. 'Cause like, fuck it, I'll just bleep it out later. And even with without a lot of the context, someone's like, are you guys talking about these guys? I'm like, fuck, they're gonna know. They're just gonna know. When you were like asking me, have you ever said anything like truly cancelable on a fucking podcast? And I'm like, not that I know of. I think I'm okay. What is it? I know there's like one episode of Regular Dude Report where they just didn't release for me just because, you know, we're just like, let's just get as ignorant as we can. It was like, no. It was also very boring because I was just like, oh, buddy, you're just being a racist. You can't.
Yeah, no, I've done enough podcasts where I know I can never get hired by SNL. Like,
Oh, absolutely.
100%. Like, if you go through it all, it's like, all right. It's,
Yeah, I've said too much already, too.
Mhm. You know what? They ask you for vulnerability, but then they say you share too much. Which is it, America? I forget I have a camera, so I'm looking right into it like it matters. Oh man,
It's just hard being this fucking real.
thank you.
You know what I mean?
I just party so fucking hard and I stay real. Like America can't handle that. Hit a sound cue if you can.
Boom.
Oh no! I forget the colors.
That was nice.
I think motherfuckers is after me. Type.
Yo,
Show me that.
I've been I want to start doing musical cues in my stand up or whatever, just because like I want to use the phrase, yo DJ hit that shit, like in my stand up. Like I just want to say it.
Fuck yeah.
And like, but I was like I don't want to write write a bit where it's like, you guys heard this song, and then like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then so I was talking to Trey about it. He goes, dude, you should do it as like a non sequitur. Like just do a bit that has nothing to do with music, and just go like, "Yo, DJ, hit that shit, play a song," and then go right into like another bit, like never address it. And I was like,
would be way
I was like,
better.
that's fucking hilarious. Yeah, that is way better than like try to like write a bit around a musical cue. I was like, just do it as a non sequitur. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Those things
I'm
that
gonna
just
start
catch
doing
people
that.
off guard is great.
Yeah,
I love that shit.
and then I was at El Pueblito, which is like a shitty open mic that like only comics go to. Like there's no audience members. And in between jokes, I would just go, "Yo, DJ, hit that shit," but there is no DJ. And I'd be like, "Oh, I'm just warming up for when there is one." You know what I mean? Like I'm practicing.
The early, good Jesus Christ, this thing's falling apart.
I know.
But it's okay. It's okay. I'm the least interesting one on this one, so it's okay. But the first time I went, there was a DJ there, and I was just like, I think Jackson Namey went up before me and they just like did his normal thing, and I was just
Weirdo,
like,
that guy is.
yeah. I remember leaning over to that just this nice man just trying to make an easy check DJing somewhere. And I was like, you ever DJ for an autistic kid before? And he's like, is it my first time? I love. Thank you. That's way better. Thank you. I love El Pueblito. It's fun. You just go up there and just say like nonsensical things. But I remember like this was one day. Well, they let any random person host it because they just don't want to do it. They're like, no, we just like to let people have their chance. No, you guys don't want to do it. And one dude who he got mad at me for having bumps on my list. He's like, what's the point of the fucking list if you're just not going to go in order? And I was real drunk, real fast. And he came at me that way. And I shouldn't have matched his energy, but like, also you shouldn't have come at me that way. And I was like, first off, you got to be fucking funny before you talk to me like that, motherfucker. I was on it. Like, you know what I mean?
Nice.
And I forgot. No, people forget that I actually was from the ghetto at one point. Come on. No, and then like he was like, oh, what the fuck is this? I'm like, this conversation's fucking over, blah, 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 blah. He tried to fight me. I'm like, you're a grown ass man. And you're just
Badass.
like, if you're this 40-year-old fuck getting mad at a bunch of 20-year-olds, bro, you're in the wrong fucking spot. This isn't a fucking Sunday hobby for me. I get a free drink tab here. Okay, this shit means something to me. But he was hosting El Pueblito one night, and I'm like, I don't want to go. I don't want to. I remember Cantwell was like, you should just fucking return the favor and go do the same shit to him. But I'm like, no. I don't like the drama. I don't like the drama of it. But I remember just that night just being really drunk, and I'm just proud of myself for not taking that shit. But at the same time, it's like, bro, Harry Corso, go fuck yourself, you old fat white piece of shit. Okay.
There
Fuck
we go.
you.
There we out
There's
here.
a
We
call
out here.
out.
We out here. Because I talked about him.
On our last episode, you called out Joe Rogan. Now you're calling out. It's really decreased.
Nobody is fucking safe, okay?
in notoriety.
Hey,
you know what I
gas station attendant that bothers my girl right here.
Fuck
You
you.
next. You fucking
Yeah.
next.
mean? Gas station, bitch.
Bitch, ID these nuts. See cashier. See these hands. I was about to say faggot, but I was like, no, we're better than that. It's not 2005. Come on.
Yeah.
What was I doing in 2005?
It's
I know, right? I was like, what was I doing in 2005? Oh, yeah, I was escaping the war
I
as a
was
child.
10.
Back when straight white guys ruled.
Yeah. And I loved being light-skinned at that point of my life. Oh, my God.
Now you're like, I can tan.
No, I tan like a motherfucker. It's actually pretty aggressive. I remember like last summer, what is it? It was like COVID summer. So like all I did was just jog and walk my dogs and shit. And then when Secret Group opened up for a little bit, everyone was just like, Jesus Christ, you are Mexican. I'm like, yeah, dude. I just don't say that shit for fun. Like,
I've got the skin complexion of a saltine cracker.
it tastes like one too.
It's about what I'm bringing to the table. Were you around that summer? I don't know if either one of y'all were around when we we would just go to the Marriott hotel pool like every single day after shows at Secret Group. Like
that sounds cool.
The Marriott hotel, it's the one with like the Texas shaped like lazy river and everything, and it's like a 5-minute walk from the Secret Group. And we found out that their whole system to get in the pool is they just have like these colored wristbands. But you can buy those at Party City.
Absolutely,
yeah.
And they're
yes,
the same
yes.
ones that the C Group had. So we would just like walk over there. They had like a different color every day. They're like, oh, it's green. All right. So walk over to the C Group, grab like some green wristbands, then walk back over there. And then like we would just hang out there until like 2 a.m, just like floating in a lazy river. And then we would sneak in like our own alcohol and everything. And it's probably the best summer of my life. It was the best thing ever.
Definitely before my time. You know, all the fun shit happened when I'm out there.
Yeah.
And then they finally switched up their system or whatever. I remember me and Victor walking over there, and they're like, and like we saw like all these like different type of bands, and me and Victor were like, all right, let's just do like old school, man, like fucking. Just be as confident as possible. Right? Like walk through.
Act like you belong
No
here.
one's gonna say anything, whatever. And like, you know, we walked through there and be like, "Excuse me, where's your wristband?" We showed them like our old. They're like, "We don't use it anymore." We're like, "Okay, yeah."
We're
just
caught.
left and like never went. And that place also had the best towels. Like they had these like blue and white, like they were so amazing towels. So like I still have like 8 towels from the Marriott Hotel that like I fucking use. They're amazing.
Wow.
And we had the towels as we were walking up, so we thought that would really play to our favor.
Right.
Like we already have the towels. And no, it did not. We got kicked out.
I don't think I've ever heard that since, bro. This place that like
has the best.
you're not talking about a Bed Bath and Beyond. You're talking about, dude, Marriott has the best fucking
Dude, they had
towel.
amazing
I mean, that
towels.
makes sense, and they also have robes and stuff. Yeah.
Did you guys ever steal that shit when you were like
No,
stayed
they
at a
charge
hotel
you
ever?
for that.
They charged my mom. Okay, I stole them. Okay, I'm
Oh.
kidding. I'm fucking would never do that. I don't know.
I took a $50 one once. I was like, "You're worth that." I took it with me.
I like that.
But the 121s, that's pushing it. Too much for a robe.
Jesus Christ.
A good towel is underrated. I love a good towel.
You know, I don't shower unless, like, you know, like unless I have like when I have
Don't
a shower.
Just
I
like,
know,
I
right?
don't shower.
I don't shower. No, but when moving on, I don't shower, but I love towels. And no, but it's like whenever I shower, it's like it doesn't feel right getting out of the shower without like I need a beach towel there. Just a giant fucking beach towel, do everything, blah blah blah. Fuck these nonsense
I
like
need
small
2
things.
towels.
I actually do need
For
to.
your hair?
Yeah, I do one
Yeah.
for my when I have like a long ass beard. Actually, I do need like a small one.
I wrap my
It's
hair.
annoying.
Yeah.
You have really thick, beautiful hair, by the way. Jesus
Thank
Christ.
Great hair, great legs, killing it.
Dude, you have like weird sparkly shit in your face. I don't know what that is, but hey, I love drugs
Me
too,
neither.
man.
Just put them
You're like, it
on.
doesn't matter if the world is closed. Coachella's alive and here, okay?
I've never been.
Liar.
I would only sneak in. I wouldn't pay for it.
For Coachella?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's too much.
How would you sneak in?
I don't know. With other people that are going to the cool parties, I would just get an Airbnb at the popular area and then meet people. And then they'll be like, oh, come with me.
Right.
And I'll be like, okay.
Yeah, it's easier when you're a
I
pretty
feel like
girl.
good-looking women just
Yeah.
always find a way. You're just always gonna be a part of what's going on.
Like you're
you
telling
know?
us so matter of fact. All you gotta do is just like find a cool group that'll have you. And I'm like, yeah, me and him do that all the time. What the fuck are you?
Good-looking women and famous dudes live the same life.
True.
Like you're on the same par as like Chris Rock. You know what I mean? Like you live the same life. Like
Yeah, the other day I forgot my ID and I was with Andrew and he's like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna go in. Are you gonna be mad? And I was like, no, I'm good. Then the security guard chased me like all the way down. He's like, come on, I'll let you in. When's your birthday? And I was like, dope. And I
You didn't
met
even tell
Andrew
him your
in
birthday.
there.
You just said dope. And he's like, cool. That's all I need to know.
I have to like star in a movie to get that type of treatment.
Bro.
Something like
Hurry.
Jesus.
And that's up until that movie's just still popular. Once it fucking fades out of memory, they're like, who are you again? Superbad 2? Fuck that dumb movie.
Yeah, super bad too. God, comedy sequels always suck. Has there ever been a good one?
No. Super Troopers fucking let me
Like
down
it's
so
just
hard.
like if you have a great comedy, you're like just let it live.
Yeah.
Don't try to redo it.
I will
you know?
I will stand by that. Dumb and Dumber is one of the greatest fucking comedy movies of all time, and anything they try to do after that, what in the I just it's just like I don't get it. Even franchises like Ghostbusters 2 and stuff like that. Like, sorry, no, you got it right with the first one. Don't just do the same things again in part 2 and think that's okay. Like, you know, like sequels in general can be very terrible, but comedy sequels is just like fuck.
No,
like,
man.
Well, it's like
you can't recreate that magic.
Exactly. Yeah. That's exactly what I was about to say. It's like it's trying to recreate like the fun hang of a night out with everyone there, and it's just like you wrote a script around that, and it's like you could never match that energy or that
like
beauty
it already
ever again.
happened.
Exactly. Yeah. Don't try to replicate that shit. Stop trying to make it happen. It's not gonna fucking happen. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. I love that so much. Because, you know, I got them eyebrows, especially when I don't have a beard.
They're happy ones.
Hold on. Hey, guys, you know, we're out here, covered all with JamalRahal. I'm here with Dulce Mac and Grady Pruitt. And say hello, y'all. What else you got on here?
That's fun.
Hey. My hot friend could get me in a Coachella. Come on. Can you have us? I don't even, I'm sorry. I'm drunk. What's
That's
next?
my fave. That one's boring. Like morning.
I remember one time I was picking up Grady and he texted me. He was like, yeah, I'm about to come out. You want a road beer? And I'm like, absolutely.
Dude, sound keys are fun, man.
For real.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do in my stand-up. I'm like, bro, this is just a fun. No one utilizes them. Why?
I liked Hannibal Buress's bit about that, where he just like I saw Riff Raff like do a concert once, and he was just nodding his head to recordings of his music on stage. I wish I could do that. And he's just like, and he just says the punchline along with it. Like, you know, I love that
I love
shit.
him.
I love that. And then he starts commenting. He goes, hell yeah, that's a good observation.
That's good. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dope.
That's a good point.
Did you guys see his like latest one that he put on YouTube?
No.
It was like he was like in an
Oh, I loved it. I loved it.
For how you could tell he's been friends with Eric Andre for years, because he was just really leaning into that absurdist, the green screen stuff. Whenever he would do the and it would be fiery and stuff like that. Like
he's a comedian that like I really want to be like, in that like he does two things that I really like. Is like, one, he's just a straight up amazing joke writer. Like he can give you an hour of just straight up like what you consider traditional stand-up.
Yeah.
But then he's also really good at just being like silly and goofy and fucking around and like, yeah, like having musicals cues and playing videos. And like he brought out that what's that thing that alters like your voice or whatever?
Oh yeah, the vocator or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, I forgot what it's called. And like just like having fun with it and everything, like playing
the
with the
auto-tune
medium
thing.
with the auto tune.
Yeah.
And he's playing with like auto tune and everything like that. And I go like, yeah, man, like people like to put stand up in a box of like, oh, you have to do this, and you know, you have to wear a flannel and talk about hating your wife, and that's the only way to do stand up. It's like, no, you can fuck around with the medium and everything like that. So I love guys like him and Rory Scovel, who you're like, they're having fun.
Right. I've genuinely had someone just like come up to me like, I mean, like, I forget, like, you guys just remind me how to have fun. I'm like, isn't that what this is? Just up there just being ridiculous. I remember like when I saw Hannibal Buress at the Oddball, at one of the Oddball Comedy Fests like forever ago, but like, I remember he was just up there just rapping on stage.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Just like, God damn it, this is a good time.
Yeah.
I just love that shit so much.
And in that way, like, I want to be able to do both of like, yeah, I can give you an hour of straight jokes, but also I'm gonna like fuck around. You know what I mean? Like,
no, because I get real annoyed of like the people who are just like, no man, good stand up is like, I want to see that guy like sit down and tell me some real shit, and I'm like, I don't fuck the motherfucker. He can say all the facts he wants all day. It's not making me laugh. It's like, that's a good point, dog. Good point. I didn't know this was a fucking TED talk at a college.
That's just a different type.
I don't know.
It's
Well,
very serious.
well, yeah, but like some people will say like that's got to be that one type. Like how he said, like some people are like, no, what happened? Like, what's up with all this weird alt-y different shit? What happened to just douchebag in a flannel just talking about hating your wife? Somebody take my wife, please.
And there's a lot of alt comedy that I think it's so tongue in cheek and just like making fun of like, oh, the Transformers and everything like that, and it's like so just like making fun of everything, but it's like, but you're not actually doing anything good either. You know what I mean? Like you actually have to deliver something good too. You can't just like turn your nose up at shit and everything like that. And that's why I like guys like Hannibal and Rory or like Bo Burnham. It's like they are making fun of things, but also delivering something great. You know what I mean? It's like you still got to do that thing as well.
I don't know. I'm real big into like it just.
Sorry, I don't want to get too into fucking inside baseball and comedy.
It's all cool. I mean, I don't know why else someone would want to listen to me talk. Cause like it's just like weird. It's weird for the high school friends who I haven't talked to in forever who like try to listen to this and you're just like, yeah, man, you're really living a different life out there. I'm like, yeah, I don't see you guys anymore. This is about stand up. Like, what do you think this is? Like, what podcast do y'all listen to? I'm not gonna like. Only one episode is about me just being worried about my sobriety, but then that didn't. That ended. Jesus Christ. You know how it is.
That's scary. So.
The devil got to you.
The devil done got to me. Let me tell you something about the devil, boy. Does that just make you feel better?
Yeah.
I get that.
You ever like drink whiskey and like listen to like an old country song and you just feel like you're in a fucking movie or something?
Yeah, you're like, this feels right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Feeling like a goddamn cowboy.
Yeah.
I like
Give me
making whiskey sours, like with a robe on.
God damn,
Vibes.
that makes you feel like a fucking millionaire, don't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Getting drunk in a robe.
You're like, fuck yeah, sugar.
life.
Getting drunk in a robe, the Dulce Mac story.
So I think it's fair to say we're all alcoholics, but it's just like, are you guys snobby about any kind of drinks, whatever the fuck? Because like I love those posts where it's like this guy, my friend was making fun of me for getting a hurricane. He's like, bro, fuck you. This shit is stronger and tastes delicious. You can go suck a dick with that Bud Light, Trevor. Like, you know what I mean? Like, do you ever like? I'm not gonna get mad at it. Like, I'm not
won't order girly drinks in public. If we're at someone's house and someone's making them,
I
I'll
knew
take it.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I won't be out in public and be like, you know what I mean?
Can I have a hurricane?
Yeah, can I get a hurricane?
I have a simple drink, whiskey soda. And if I'm getting hungry, I order a whiskey sour.
That is so fucking baller. I love that. You're just like, if I'm hungry, I'm gonna keep drinking. Goddamn it, I'm gonna put some calories in this whiskey.
Until I can go eat after.
Yeah.
My go-to is just like, I mean, it's something. It's very simple. Basically, it's whiskey Coke.
Mm.
You know, and I like to start off with a shot.
Yeah.
So like my first one, I'm
shot
like,
on the side.
give me a shot and a whiskey Coke, whatever, and then the rest I just go just whiskey.
But
Coke.
I do shots of Jameson.
I love shots of Jameson.
Yeah.
I can't do whiskey Coke anymore, or just like if I have to have like something mixed with my drinks, it has to be like a soda, or I could have a juice or something, but something about like I had whiskey Coke for the first time in forever. I got drunk on them and I was like, no, my body, I'm not in high school anymore, I can't drink like this bullshit anymore. Like I will have just whiskey soda, whiskey straight. I love vodka sodas and stuff like that, but also I don't know, once I got off probation, I was like, I miss just the feel of just pounding a 12-pack by yourself. Like, you know what I mean? Just like having a thing of Keystone and just like, let's just have a good time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's just magical. I love that shit so
So which
much.
beer would you have preferred, both of you?
Any of them. I drink all these
You don't
whenever.
have a preference?
Shiner's my favorite beer.
That's why I took that one
Shiner.
first.
Yeah.
That was the
I
only
respect
Shiner
it.
too.
I respect it. I like to drink beer if I'm day drinking. Because I go like, this is going to be a whole, like, I'm starting at 10 in the morning and I'm going all the way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, if I'm out at a bar, I'm like, let's ramp it up. You know what I mean? Like,
That makes
let's
perfect
fucking
sense.
Give me some liquor.
When you do psychedelics, do you like drinking at all? Because like I love doing acid and then just having like a 24-pack of Bud Light and just pounding beers. It doesn't do anything, but for me, for some reason, when I'm just tripping balls, I just love smoking and then just pounding Bud Lights. I don't know. It just feels like so hydrating. I don't understand what that is.
I just like to have a drink, but it's more for safety. I don't want to get drunk.
Oh no,
I just like to have it.
it's a whole thing.
Like safety as in like it calms down your anxiety or?
Yeah.
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 Do you like to get like? Well, I mean, you smoke all the time, anyways. But like, I thought it was like a standard to get like super baked before you do psychedelics.
No, not everyone does. I don't think.
Understand why. Do you or no?
Some people think it kills the effects.
I don't think they understand how psychedelics work. It's like, so I don't think this Coke is going to counteract this shot I just took. It's like, honey. Well.
But I do smoke during it, but not drink. I don't like to get drunk. And then when I take mushrooms, I don't like to do anything.
I get that. Well, mushrooms is pretty fucking magical on its own.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do you do any? You just get to go to any music festivals on psychedelics?
I don't like music festivals.
Do you like concerts?
Do you not like it because of like the other people?
Yeah.
Like I don't like the people.
I
that
like the
go
activity
Yeah.
of like going outside, listening to music.
I can
but-
tolerate. I can tolerate it because of the environment. Like, well, this is a concert. This is how it's going to be. Especially like a festival. Like, I will tolerate it, but it's like how people like to go to like just dance clubs or dance bars or something like that. Oh, let's go to Barb's or whatever the fuck. And I'm like, no, I can drink at this quiet bar that we're at right now. It's like, I'm like,
when people are like, oh, like, yeah, like, let's go to Barb's, let's go to I go home. I'm like, I'm not going to that fucking
fuck
place.
that.
Yeah, I don't like it. No, I don't like the loud music.
I don't like
too
crowds.
many people. Yeah,
I don't really like crowds.
I went, my buddy Tony Casillas was opening up for Jeremy Piven.
Mm-hmm.
And if you've never seen Jeremy Piven do stand-up, don't. It's fucking horrendous.
I was there, I think.
Okay, yeah, I was.
Different day. But yeah.
And Jeremy wants to go out, and I'm like, all right, like, where are y'all going? It's like some like douchebag bar for Washington. I'm like, this is gonna suck, but whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And by the way, I will say this though, going out with him made me realize, oh, I want to be famous.
Absolutely.
Like, I used to just be like, oh, I just want to be like a working comic. But then you see how fucking well he gets treated by everything and everyone, like just like the best service. It's all this weird thing, like when you get famous, everyone gives you free shit.
It's so fucking annoying.
Even
when you have all the money you need, that's when everyone wants to
like
give you shit.
Super fucking rich. Like his net worth says it's like $30 million. It's like. But I remember, anyway, besides the point, we're at like, yeah, this loud fucking dance club and everything like that. And like me and Tony are just like sitting there. I don't remember what the fuck it's called. I posted a photo on Instagram and I tried to make the location some douchebag bar and it wouldn't let me do it.
Yeah.
But like, we're just like looking at each other like, I hate this place. You know what I mean? Like, this sucks. You know, like, and I honestly believe the people that go to those places, they're not actually having fun either. They're just like, this is what we're supposed to do. This is what we're supposed to have fun. Like, that whole shit of like, oh, like, let's get a let's get a booth and like bottle service and everything like that, and you just like take the picture like turning up with the boys and everything like that. And you're like, that is that enjoyable for you? Like, is this what you're, because like every time I go to this place, I'm like, no one's actually having fun. They're just all just like standing there and then like taking videos and photos of themselves like holding a drink and then go back
always
to like
videos
standing
and
there.
pictures.
You're there for the lore of it.
Yeah, and I'm like, what is this? You know what I mean? Like, I just don't understand it at all. And I get it if you're famous because you go there and just the hottest women ever just trying to fuck you. And you're like, okay, that looks fun, you know? But like,
oh, hey, did you just show up? You can just have this table. Who cares who fucking had it? Reserved. Just sit down. Have this alcohol. It's like, hey, we'll give you our hardest waitress.
Get a table and free alcohol. And then literally just girls that are so hot it should be illegal are just coming up and trying to fuck you. And I go, yeah, that looks like a fun life. You know what I mean? And he doesn't have to do it. He just sits there, you know?
He smokes a cigar.
He was smoking a cigar.
Yeah.
Real motherfuckers do, man.
I do love to smoke cigars. It's such, especially after a set. Like
that's a fairly new thing for you,
If you have like a really good set, I picked it up when I was sober or whatever because, you know, what am I do? Not do anything.
Yeah, that's why when I was sober, I chain smoked cigarettes like a motherfucker.
Yeah, and like, especially like if you have like a really good set and they're just like smoking a fucking cigar, it's like the best feeling in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Dulce got me 2 cigars for my birthday.
I did. And a cool box.
The box was fucking amazing. Yeah.
So sweet. Have you guys seen like there's like monthly subscriptions for boxes like that? It's just like, yeah, every month or so you get like a new shaving cream, a cigar, and a switchblade. You know, man shit. And I'm just like, buddy, no.
Yeah.
You haven't seen that shit?
Do you want to hear what I told the cigar lady?
Oh, God.
I was like, hi, I need to buy a birthday present for someone who's more an acquaintance and a close friend. She was like, okay, I got you.
Went under the counter, grabbed the cheapest shit she could, and just, here, he'll like that.
No, it was like not too much, but
yeah.
You know, I don't love
like,
the
okay.
motherfucker.
And then she was like, do you want this box? And I was like, fuck yeah, that looks cool. But I was nervous to walk in there, so I just said that to make my entrance, you know.
Do you remember when we tried to smoke a cigar at the New Year's party at the secret group?
Yeah.
And it was, you know, fucking
windy.
12 degrees outside and windy.
Yeah, but yeah, the wind was the worst part. I can take cold, but wind.
Yeah.
No.
And then like, I think we were out there for like 5 to 10 minutes and I was like, fuck this. Like, I'm going back inside. Like, this is miserable. Like,
I was drunk and I like fucked up that cigar after that. I was like, I'm so cold, and I like put it out really hard, and it was in my purse. And like 3 days later, I was like, "Ew, what is this?"
It's just fucking cigar guts all over your purse.
It was destroyed.
The first
monster.
time I ever had a cigar.
Night,
Yeah, it was fun.
First time I ever had a cigar, I was like 18, and like I didn't know you weren't supposed to inhale.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
God, that hurt so badly. And
I still accidentally inhale every once in a while. I'm just like, like Jesus Christ.
it's just
I
like,
inhaled the first time too.
I mean, it makes
I
sense.
threw up.
Yeah.
How old were you when you first smoked a cigar?
Like 15.
Yeah, me too. I was around that age, and it gave me a monster buzz. Like
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit! Like,
Yeah, I threw up. It was like 4 girls under a bridge smoking a cigar.
That is okay. You've heard of like dudes trying to like roll a joint together, but I don't know women. It's like, hey, bitch, we're gonna meet on this. We're gonna meet on the 59, and then 59 at Polk, and we're just gonna get fucking.
that
trashed.
seems like a scene in like an indie movie or something. Like,
One time we rolled a joint with actual paper.
oh my god. Did y'all like what? Were y'all not cued in at all? What's going
No,
on?
we were not cute in at all.
For how in the know you are right now, Jesus, from humble beginnings.
Yeah.
I'm being honest.
That's what we're here to do.
I remember one time smoking weed with one of my buddies, and he had like really like long like shaggy hair, and it was like one of his first time smoking, so he didn't really like know how to operate it and everything like that. So we were like lighting the bowl for him and like caught his hair on fire.
That's the worst.
Yeah.
Nothing like that fucking smell of burnt
Yeah, it
hair. That
smells
shit
so
smells
bad.
awful,
Oh,
dude.
it's awful. You're like, wait, what is my hair made of? Like, how
And
does it make
looks
that
terrible
smell?
too.
Yeah.
God damn it. Sometimes when I'm like I'm trying to like light like a doobie, and then like my mustache gets lit on fire, and I'm like, guess I'm shaving all of it today. Fuck, like just doesn't grow right ever again after that.
I burned my eyebrow one time.
Jesus Christ, how
Yeah.
fucked up were you? I was just that's just me.
No, it's just Friday.
And that's just how my bangs look like this way now. You know,
I
fire.
lived a crazy life in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was,
Smoking cigars
so
with the-
crazy back in the day.
I was so
you know,
crazy.
Smoking cigars with the bitches. You know how it is.
I was like, wow.
I was like, I can't have chocolate without microdose of mushrooms in it. I think I make you sound more Hispanic than you are. Like, you know what I mean? And you're 100%.
Well, yeah, but I don't have an accent. Well, it depends who you ask.
Yeah, like if you're in Texas, how you talk like you, like, do you still live in California? Like, yeah, no, you have an accent. I have an accent. I sound like an asshole. You know, it's an accent.
You sound like American.
Well, I was born here as God intended. I don't know.
It's weird. Like, I don't think I have an accent. And then, like, if I'm ever, like, whatever in LA or, like, in the Northeast, everyone's just like, are you,
Yeah.
It's because you say
were you
y'all.
born on a farm?
They really don't understand y'all and stuff like that. They're just like, what do you mean? Like, it's just second, just, yeah, you all, y'all. And they're
Yeah.
just
I
like,
haven't had a problem with the y'all anywhere else.
really?
Yeah.
I like y'all better than you guys. Like, when I hear
It's
someone
Use guys?
like
words.
you guys, I'm like, ugh.
I use both,
Mm.
but
Yeah.
did you fix it? Oh, cool.
Huh?
The mic thing.
What was your question?
Did you fix it?
I fixed it, but it's doing this thing where it's just
Oh.
me
it's-
in the
yeah.
morning. Like, I don't know how to like make this spring, but I also realized why I felt uncomfortable in the first half, whatever the fuck the part I did have this. I was like, oh yeah, no, I actually like holding it with my hand and being weird and blah
Oh,
blah.
okay.
Yeah.
I like not holding it.
I get that. I guess
Makes me anxious to hold it.
it's like I do talk with my hands a lot, but when I'm in this setting, I suppose it's like, yeah, I just prefer it like this, I guess.
I always think about, like, when you've watched, like, late night sets, like on, like, Conan and The Tonight Show and everything, they hardly ever have a microphone. You know what I mean? They usually have just, like, a little, like, mic, like a Pel mic or whatever.
Yeah.
And I go, like, man, that's got to be so weird. Like, every time you've done stand-up, you have a microphone. And then for a lot of times, like, it's your TV debut.
Yeah.
And they take away your fucking microphone. Like,
For
that's
real,
weird.
yeah.
It's like, what do I do with my hands? You know?
Yeah, it's like the few times where it's like it has been like, oh, I don't need to use my hands for a second. It's just like, okay, it's just like tapping like a different part of my brain. It was just like, okay, just the theater kid, just like trying to bring all the attention to him with just, you know what I mean? So I know how to use my hands, but if you're in, like I said, if you're in the right setting, it's just like, no, I would rather have a microphone.
I also always forget that this is being videoed. I've been
Yeah,
like,
me too.
No, yeah.
I've been like looking this way.
Yeah.
No, that's what it's supposed to be. That's what it's supposed to be. It's just
During
like
the second segment,
Oh,
I was
right.
just jacking off. I was
Yeah,
just
I know.
my dick
And
out.
that's
oh my god.
and that's the Patreon only,
Being
okay?
videoed.
And you know, like a Victor, he was just like my dog was in the room because like my dogs just need to be wherever I am because they're spoiled. And Victor's just like petting my dog, and she like puts like the angle the camera's at. It just looks like my dog's blowing him. And he's just like, I didn't mind it until I realized I was being filmed.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, and that Grace was like, oh, I'll never do this fucking podcast. I have to no, but on the camera thing, no. And I'm like, why not? And I remember like the first time like I had to cancel on Dulce, she was like, oh, I already put on makeup, and I'm like, I'm sorry.
I didn't today. So
You couldn't tell. You got sparkly things on your eyes, but you didn't put on makeup.
This is
You
to
picked
throw
one.
people off
I
from
get that.
skin.
Yeah, I don't mind.
hate makeup.
I don't mind the on-camera thing. Why do you hate makeup? Well, because also
I forget I wear it and I put it everywhere and I forget to take it off.
I get that. Well, I don't think you need makeup too much, like, right? Because like you have eyelashes and eyebrows, so you're fine, right?
Yeah, true.
I get that.
I'm just not good at it.
Well, it's easier when you're pretty, dude. You're coming at me with privilege problems. I don't know how to relate. Okay, it's like, yeah, I don't know how like some bitches just wear makeup all the time. Like, yeah, they're ugly. That's how that works.
All right.
Coming for you, ugly bitches. I'm also very hammered, and I don't know.
I feel like the male makeup
Cancelled.
is like the beard. You can cover up a lot of fugly if you just like grow out a beard.
Yeah,
That's-
that's
you
true.
know,
That's why every few months, man, I shave that shit just to let those motherfuckers know I was never attractive, okay? You know what I mean? But yeah, you're absolutely correct. And it's just like, bro, just accept the fuck who you is, you know? Don't try to hide behind it. You ain't got to lie, Craig.
Yep. I have a joke about it. In 7th grade, I found out I was ugly. I was like, oh man, people keep on telling me I'm ugly. I'm like, damn. I gotta get funny. I gotta get fucking good at this shit.
No, I love the
Gotta
tag. I
find
chose
a-
funny. I chose wrong, but I chose what worked for me.
Yeah. Well, like, yeah, if you're an ugly dude, but you want to fuck hot women, you're like, I gotta find something. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, you need to have something else.
Well, yeah.
you
Well, I
gotta
was,
bring something to the table.
well, I was
you know?
pretty, so I had to like work for my personality. You know what I mean? So it's like it's hard both ways. It just depends.
No,
on,
I was forced to have a personality.
You know what I mean? Where it was like I couldn't just like get by on looks because I was also weird. Like, you know what I mean? I can't. You know what I mean? You know how it is.
okay.
You know how it is when we hang out as bros and stuff like that. It's like, oh yeah, Jamal's a little fucking just yeah. He's like. Just really wants to talk about Batman all the time. Women don't like that, you know. And it's like, so it's, I was always attractive, but I was weird. I know basically like this. I was never cool. I had to learn how to be cool. When I say a personality, I had to learn how to be cool.
Right.
You know what I mean? I couldn't hide behind like just a smile and a goofy whatever the
Here-
fuck.
I was fat.
You were
That's why you're fucking cool
Yeah.
now. That's why you're awesome now. That
Oh,
makes
yeah,
sense.
yeah,
I
yeah.
lost like 50 pounds or something.
Where would that go on
I
someone so
probably
tiny?
gained like 10 pounds.
That's-
Exactly. Mostly this area I noticed.
That's
But
the
yeah.
best. Is like, because like I was talking to Leah Sampson, and so she grew up ugly and like getting bullied and made fun of. So I'm like, oh, so now you grew up and became hot, but you still got the funny and the personality of someone that sucked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
Like, I was like, oh, okay, like that's like the fucking perfect combination.
No, I lost 40 pounds, not 50.
Hey.
Fact check.
Aw.
But, yeah.
I was about to contradict myself. I was like, hey, fuck it, man. We lie out here.
You already said it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like I was that guy. I was like, I don't understand why Jamal's single. And you get to know me, it's like, yeah, I don't want to talk about weird indie bands and horror movies.
I'll say what I don't like, and I've been noticing this a lot, is like really handsome dudes with no confidence. Like I say, like really handsome. I'm like, and like they just don't believe in themselves.
Yeah,
or
like,
Oh, yeah.
what happened?
And I'm like, what the
Okay,
fuck is wrong
guys.
with you, dude?
He's like, me?
No, yeah, what the fuck? Like, dude, I remember New Year's. I was at Charles's place, and his girlfriend's like, hey, Jamal, let's work on that confidence thing this year, huh, bud? And I'm like, what? I thought I was killing it. I thought I liked myself a lot. No, that's true. I guess.
I saw this comic the other night go up. He's like a very handsome, like his fucking jawline is like chiseled out of stone, and he goes up and he's just like. He's like looking at his feet. He just looks nervous. It's the most limp dick energy I've ever fucking seen in my life. And I'm like, bro, you like Channing Tatum, and you like it's just like what's going on?
I was like, it looks like the Mayans like designed his jaw.
I was like, I bet I get more pussy than you just because I believe in myself.
Women like a man who believes in himself. God damn it. It was like that thing that you said, like you were like, when I was like, yeah, I like to listen to like metal music and stuff to hype me up. It's like, you like to get hyped for stuff? It's like, yeah, because I've been told that like when I'm more reserved and weird, and like you just described right there, it's like this guy's just up there, just like holding himself back and being all looking at his feet. And like I said, that's what Will told me. It's like, yeah, when you do that, it's weird. Doesn't work.
You have to have open body language.
Absolutely, especially when you fawn.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I always tell what was Drew Jewel, and I'm like, bro, you got to stop looking at your feet on stage. Like, stop fucking looking at your feet, dude.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. It's like just you have to start from the bottom to grow, because if you're already at the top, where the fuck do you go? And that's been covered all with Jamal Rahal, with Grady Pruitt and Dulce Mac. You guys have a good night, y'all.